Salute, salute, salute. Welcome back, my ninjas. Let me shut this shit up. My fault, yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Big shout outs to everybody. Appreciate you guys. Please remember on the way in and on the way out, remember to like, share, subscribe, do all that. YouTube currently has us demonetized. And been like that for a while. But we still gonna keep trucking, keep moving ahead. But yeah, the likes and the shares do help a little bit. They try to flatten this channel out, but we're not gonna let it happen. So shout out to everybody. Appreciate you. Happy Thursday. Today, August 13th. Let me see. Hold on. August 13th, 2026. Thursday. Thursday is usually a weird day in the MLB for a couple different reasons. One of them being um obviously it's either the beginning or the ending of a 3 game or 4 game series. Kind of like to call that the in-betweener. Um But yeah, I wanted to get on here right now. Available. We do have MLB plays available right now for investment for all the people that want to reach out and get behind, supporting our current streak that we currently on right now. The MLB has always been so much fun and interesting, very dynamic sport to handicap, to sports bet. Um, and I often say it's really the sport that kind of differentiates between the average better and the more elite people that can still guarantee a ROI, still have an ROI, and it be meaningful enough to kind of solidify your reputation and so on and so forth. So, bunch of stuff going on early in the MLB. Um, we going over to the scoreboard here. So there's a couple of early games, right? We have the Cleveland Guardians on the road versus the Detroit Tigers. With Cleveland being a slight favorite at the moment. We have the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Miami Marlins, with Pittsburgh being a slight road favorite. We have Cincinnati on the road in Chicago taking on the Chicago White Sox, with the White Sox being the home favorite. And then for the 1 p.m. games to close it out, we have the traveling Seattle Mariners taking on the New York Yankees, and the Yankees are a home favorite. Okay, so those are like the 1 p.m. games. Three of them are going to start within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe I should have got on here a little bit earlier, just to make it more available for people to, get behind investing in if they wanted to attack today's MLB slate. But it is what it is. There's only enough time in the day. You got to get up, do the research. Pray, run errands, and all this other stuff. But there's a bunch of stuff going on in the world of sports too that I'd love to talk about that have been happening recently. Don't normally do the afternoon streams, right? People are normally at work, traveling to, going to and from work, or stuck at work, or it's just a weird time of the day. But like I said, Thursday's kind of weird. Wednesday and Thursday, sometimes on Tuesday, you have these early games available in the MLB sometimes. But I always like to say that if you can, guarantee the bag early in the day, then you can enjoy the rest of the night, right? Your work is done. So, and if you can make money while you're making money at work, it's also a great and positive thing as well. So, felt like it made sense. There are a couple games on today's MLB slate that I like, actually, that I love. Um, and for those of you that follow me, you would know that it doesn't happen very often where, myself specifically just happens to love multiple games. Usually there'll be one or two that really catch my eye, but on a day where you have like 3 games or more that you love, it's a very very rare occurrence for myself. So this just happens to be one of those days. And we have the opportunity for people to get behind it. You know, you can go on over to the Patreon at the bottom of your screen. I'll give you guys a link as well. Get on over there and support your boy. You know, invest in yourself. All right. There has to be, you know, reasons. There has to be opportunity for you not only to just bring the bag home with the 9 to 5, but multiple streams of income just makes sense, right? So, especially nowadays, you got the price of everything going up. The dollar's frozen. Actually, the dollar's in decline, right? So you have the price of everything going up. You're making the same or you're making less, but you're working harder. You know, America right now is in this backwards time machine, and it's not awesome for the average person or even the above average person. It just becomes, you know, that much more difficult for people to thrive, you know, remain sane, remain balanced and peaceful and positive. You've got so much going against you, it just becomes very, very difficult. So, I myself, since I got here, have always just wanted to present the opportunity for people to make their lives just that much easier, you know? And it's not selling a dream or anything like that, right? There's no such thing as being 100% and never losing. You know, losing is going to happen, but losing is a part of every investment. It doesn't matter what you do, stocks, real estate, crypto, whatever, you know, a business, it doesn't matter. There's always a chance and an opportunity for your investment to go bad, for you to possibly lose money. Um, but that's just the definition of an investment, you know? If it was easy, everybody would do it. But it takes a certain caliber of person to take the first step and the next step to invest in something that they think can be beneficial for them, their family, their financial status, you know, whatever it is. A lot of people just stay frozen in the cycle of life, you know, getting up, going to work, punching the time clock, making money for your bosses, and you know, just staying in that rat race. And it's that's a lot of people actually. So, but there are that what I like to call the 1%ers, or you know, it might even be like 3%, 4%er, but basically the small minority that um never get complacent, right? They're always trying to redefine their ceilings or push their dreams further or their accolades. I mean, not their accolades, but you know, their future achievements, what they want to get done. They're always raising the bar, and those things happen with pushing the line, right? Doing things differently, and that's where something like this comes in. Right? This is something that you have complete control over when it comes to what you decide to invest in. It's very, very different from a stock or a crypto where markets could be manipulated, right? Information could be manipulated. Um, you don't know the CEO of the company you're investing in. You don't know, um, you know, all the ins and outs of the crypto you decide to support, at least beyond the surface level. This right here is something you could get behind, learn for yourself, right? Kind of determine what investment you're comfortable with and take it from there. Like I've seen people in the beginning when they started out betting probably like $5, $10. Fast forward, you know, making hundreds and thousands of dollars in investment in futures, in daily predictions, in you know, even like poly markets or um prize picks or something like that. Like I've seen the different journeys that people can go on, and it comes obviously with the experience, with the level of comfortability going up and stuff like that. But it's possible, man. It's so possible. right? We have tons of success stories and so on and so forth, changing people's lives and touching people. And with success stories and achievements and accolades and all that comes as well some losses. You know what I mean? So that's just part of the game. But it's because I'm not scared to play. You know, I've always been a person that I've never given out a recommendation or a pick that I myself don't specifically back or bet. Right? That was one of my first rules. I was like, I never felt comfortable with recommending something that I wouldn't invest in myself. That was rule number one. So in a way, you can think about it as like when you lose or when we lose, I lose as well. So I've got just as much skin in the game as you do. I have all the incentive in the world to win for not just myself, but for us as a collective. And I've always been like that since day one. So I think that's something that makes me very, very unique, as well as a bunch of other things, strategies that I implemented from the beginning as well. But yeah, apologize for the rambling. But yeah, it's been a while since I chatted with you guys. So if you're in the building, let me know. Drop some drop some hey hellos. Let me know you're in the building. Just so I don't feel alone. You know what I'm saying? And we got a couple more minutes before these games get underway as well. Like I said, there's a bunch of games on today's slate that I love. I will be attacking myself. Not gonna give it away though. Can't give it away. But if you see at the bottom of your screen the flipping the script sports on Patreon, that's the platform you can get on over there, subscribe, pledge, and join up. As well as my Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. If you want to show love or invest in any of today's plays that we have available, that's also an option as well. So I'm gonna leave it up to ya. You know what I mean? It's up to you. You guys can take the next step and decide to invest in yourself or not. You know? Always leave it up to the individual. You know what I mean? So that's what we doing. 1 p.m. or just after 1 p.m. on the East Coast now. Um, and these MLB games will be getting underway soon. So super, super hype. Whenever you got that money on the table, whenever you got that breach, as they like to say, on the line over here, it's exciting. So also have new MLB futures. We have the MLB World Series future available for investment as well. That's going on right now. We just about a little bit past midway of the season. So there's still great returns that could be made. There's still great ROI on investment in the MLB World Series. We have a scenario that we really, really like. Actually, we really, really love. Tons of research put into it, and super, super excited about the rest of the MLB season. But the MLB World Series exact that we have is also very, very exciting. If you guys are new here, you guys wouldn't know that early. When was it? I want to say it was last. Was it last year? Let me see real quick. So not like was it last year? No. 2025. So in 2025, before the season even started, after Toronto is coming off of a horrible MLB season, I believe Toronto's record. Let me see. Toronto Blue Jays 2024 MLB record. Toronto was 74-88 in 2024. They had both a losing record at home and away. And just were pretty much a dog crap team. Coming into 2025 preseason, before any games were played, the Toronto Blue Jays were my only American League team uh, that we invested in as a MLB future at incredible odds, as well as to get to the World Series, as well as to win the World Series. Now, they didn't end up winning the World Series, which would have been just astronomical, insane. But they did end up getting to the World Series, playing the Los Angeles Dodgers, and ultimately losing. But as I said, just getting there was extremely beneficial. Like I said, the odds to get to the World Series at that point were over 20 to 1 for Toronto. I mean, I think over 30 to 1 really for them to get to the World Series preseason. And obviously a bunch of money was made along the way, you know, with each individual playoff round, them advancing. You know what I mean? So it was just an incredible achievement and accomplishment. Nobody had the Toronto Blue Jays to make it out of the American League. Um, Obviously, you had huge money coming in on the New York Yankees, even like stupid teams like the Baltimore Orioles, um, bunch of different teams. But Toronto was not on the radar, and that was something as of recent that super proud of calling that preseason and investing in that as a community, right? So super hype. Yeah. Also, last season with the NBA, there were two teams that we really loved from the Eastern Conference, and obviously two teams from the West. Um, we loved the Cleveland Cavaliers slash New York Knicks, and actually did call the New York Knicks to play the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Cup. After it happening in the NBA Cup, did float the idea of it possibly happening in the NBA Finals as the World Championships. Ultimately, it did come down to those two specific teams: the New York Knicks playing the San Antonio Spurs, and were extremely happy about the outcome. Back in the New York Knicks, which if you guys know me, you guys been following me, you know I hate to back any New York teams because I feel like it's reverse voodoo or reverse bad, what they say, Maji. Since I'm a New Yorker myself, to support any New York team, I kind of like to stay away from it if I can. But obviously, with the NBA Finals, we couldn't. We're just not. We weren't just gonna back the Spurs just because we don't like backing New York teams. Um, but yeah, just put ourselves in a great position, uh, and love the Knicks to win that game to win that series in a specific amount of games, and that's exactly what they ended up doing. Was great ROI. I remember hammering Game 5 and the Knicks being down the entire game, um, only to make a comeback in the early fourth quarter and push ahead late in the fourth quarter and ultimately winning the NBA Finals. But it was, as I said, insane. Very insane. So yeah, taking the NBA Finals 4-1, we love that, and that's exactly what happened. But now let's talk about the MLB slate that's getting underway right now. Let's get to the games. Okay, hold on. And for those of you that don't know, we are also streaming right now on Twitch. Let me get the Twitch link for you guys. Hold on. Excuse me. I don't know why it's being streamed. Why is it streamed like this? Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to. Um, I want to see if I can change these settings real quick. Give me a second to troubleshoot. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, we're back. Thank you. I just had to change something real quick because I was like, "Yo, what the hell's going on? Like, this is weird." Um, I'm trying to see. Okay, boom. All right, so we got MLB underway right now. Let's check this out, see what's going on. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, if you don't follow my Patreon, you don't know any of this, but we do happen to like a bunch of different games on today. Specifically some early games. For those of you that want to invest, reach out. Right? The Cash App is below. The Patreon is right there. The Patreon's also in the chat. You guys can get on over there and pledge up, subscribe, and see what's going on. See what the vibes is. But yeah, we're confidently back in some games today. Super excited about it. And I figured why not do a watch along? But the thing is, we gotta have some interaction, right? So give me one second. How do I tap the 1 second. Okay, hold on. Okay. Damn, how the fuck? They used to make this so easy. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm still trying to figure this out. Hold on. All right, we're back. Sorry, having some technical difficulty, but anyway, yeah. So we're watching the slate. I wish I could actually watch the game live with you guys, but the thing is, I can't stream the game, obviously, and it sucks because that would be so much fun to watch the game and get like just the feeling of being there kind of thing. But hold on, here we go. But yeah, YouTube doesn't allow it. Twitch doesn't allow it for some weird ass reason. Um, it's just whack. I mean, so mm, we have to watch it like this. So if there's any game specifically, let's check these out. All right. So Cincinnati's already ahead, 3-0, taking an early lead against the Chicago White Sox on the road. Right. Let me see. Scores tied up 0-0 in the Cleveland Detroit game as well as the Pittsburgh Miami game. Now, is there any games that you guys specifically in the chat like? Let me know. Any games somebody's looking at specifically? Because I'm not going to be the only one talking, man. We need some feedback. So let me know. Let me know what games y'all like. You heard? Talk to me, man. Oh, let's see that. Let's see. Let's see. Don't be shy, man. Don't be shy. It's nothing to put, you know what I mean? Like, Yo, my fault, yeah. I did some calculations going on wrong. But anyway, um, all right, so let's see. We got some chats finally. No more says I got Pirates, Reds. Damn, that's a card right there. My man got a bingo card. Sauce Cartel likes a couple different teams. He's saying he's saying he liked the Pirates. Okay. Let's see what's going on. So right now, we got the White Sox doing a little comeback right now. Scored one. Now they got a man in the scoring position, bottom of the first. Um bottom of the first, no outs, right? You know what I hate is like with these games. Actually, not what I hate. What I love. I don't know if you guys are too familiar with it, but it's like, and you'll never know this. You'll never know this for sure, but these in-game live situations, live opportunities, right? If there's ever a game that you like, let's say, but the pre-game price you're just not a fan of, right? Like me personally, I like to stay within a like below a certain number, but let's just say like there's a team that I'm liking, I'm back, I want to back, and they're like minus, like 150 or whatever, and I'm not in love with the price. Okay, there's ways. I mean, and it could happen potentially like this, but there might be an opportunity for you to wait until the game starts and take advantage of a more beneficial line. Like, let's say the line comes down to minus 130. You know what I mean? Which is, pretty much giving you like a 10% discount, maybe a little more. But those type of, those decisions of, do I wait or, hopefully, pray that a better opportunity comes along. Like I said, it could happen or it could not happen. Like, you could never have an opportunity once the game starts to attack a better line than the pregame line. Because if your team goes up early, obviously it's going to impact the line, and now they're going to be like huge favorites. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to minus 150 they were before the game. So it's like a give and take. You got to kind of analyze it and see, um, kind of weigh your options, right? Play the math, go with the mathematics. What makes more sense the way the game's going to play out in the beginning, right? Look at a couple different things. I'm not going to give you the sauce, obviously, but there are indicators that you can look to for stuff like that to make an informed guess, right? Not saying it's guaranteed to happen like this, but there's things you can look into that are going to help you make that decision kind of more uh more educated, right? A more informed decision as opposed to just freestyling, right? But it could be, yeah, you're right. It could be tricky though. Um, like I said, you could miss out on stuff, and that always sucks, right? You always kicking yourself in the foot about when when stuff like that happens. You're like, fuck, right? Can I see this? How do I? I'm kind of trying to figure out how the hell do I switch certain things on this layout now, because it's like, okay, so I think you guys can still hear me if I'm not mistaken. Even though my avatar is not there, I think my mic is still working. Let me double check that shit. Hold on. Let me make sure. Make sure the voice is coming through. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah. The voice is coming through. Okay, cool. So, yeah, even like today's games specifically, right? Now, if you're looking at them on the surface, a lot of the early games is the last game of these series, right? You have Cleveland, Detroit. I think this is the last game of the series, if I'm not mistaken. Same thing with the Pirates and the Marlins, and I think as well with the Reds and the White Sox. So with games like that, um, with games like these that are early, and I think they're early, obviously because of that, and especially because it's a Thursday, even though there's not really much else going on in the sports world. Um, Sometimes they say, it's like the last game of a series can be tricky. You know, I've heard that before. That's what they say. Uh, but they say a lot of things. Some of them true, some of them not true. You know, so you got to be careful who you listen to, what you listen to. You know, the information you're taking in, where it's coming from, who's propping it up. Right? Is it propaganda? Right? Is it marketing? Is it slander? Is it bullshit? You know, you got to be very careful who you're listening to, what information you're taking in, because whether you want to admit it now, or even if you want to admit it to yourself at any point, the information you take in, the perspective you listen to, the opinions that you hear, no matter if you block them out or not, because you can never fully block them out. Once you've heard them, they're there. Subconsciously, they might be interfering with your decision making. Meaning, when I'm looking at a game, let's just say I watch some bullshit with whatever, you know, like ESPN is like a popular thing. Even if I know ESPN is bullshit, you know, the guy I'm listening to is full of crap, right? He gets his stuff from he gets his morning mock up from his boss, and he just gets a script that he has to read it. Now that I've heard that shit, regardless if I want to block it out, not listen to it, ignore it, it's gonna process in my decision making on some level, even if it's just doubt on my opinion and my perspective. It's gonna creep in. So you have to be very, very cautious on who you decide to watch, observe, listen to, or support, because these things they happen, right? There's a lot of money and research, and there's been a lot of money and research and time put into studying the way a human's mind works, right? All across every form of life. This is why you see um, fast food chains oftentimes using the same colors, right? Why would all these fast food chains, if they want to be different and they want to stand out, why would they use some of the same colors? Obviously, because these colors mean something, right? So if you look at like Burger King, McDonald's, right? Often, even Wendy's, they all used this variation of red, yellow slash orange, or whatever. And you know, intelligence would tell you that that's for a specific reason. Pizza Hut, same thing. Um, you know, Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane, whatever you want to look at. They all use similar variations of the same color palette, or the individual colors of the same kind of variation. That's just the way the world works. Or you oftentimes you see, like, when you go, why is there every fucking neighborhood in the world have a 99-cent store? Why? Well, the math tells you that when people see something for below $1, or they see the 99 cents at the end, like instead of charging you $3, you'll see a 2.99. Why don't they just say $3? Well, because the data says that if you put the 99 there, more people will buy it, as opposed to having $3 there. It's just shit. It's stuff like that, man. You gotta pay attention to this stuff. It's not by accident. It all means something. Trust me. 1 second. Okay. That's a fact. See right here? That's a good comment right there. They love to attack your subconscious mind with all kinds of colors and symbols. That's a fact. As well as words. Because, you know, magic or magicians or witchcraft, whatever you want to say, comes from words, right? Spelling. The first four letters of spelling equals spell, right? The same thing that a witch would do, or a magician, or something like that. So words, in the same ways, it's the same thing as colors and symbols. Colors, symbols, and words. Same thing. As well as numbers. Those four things. Colors, symbols, words, numbers. And basically, it's just four languages, you know, four different languages. Same way you would have Spanish, English, Russian, and German. Um, colors, symbols, numbers, and words. Okay, so exactly. Spelling cursive, a spell and cursive, the same thing. Exactly. So, you know, these are things that if you know, if you're paying attention, you're able to observe them, right? It's hard to ignore once you open up, you know, that eye. Once you start paying attention, it's hard not to see, right? It's like being woken up for the first time, or you know, seeing the rainbow for the first time. Very, very difficult to ignore. Okay, so it's the same thing. Um, let's see, what did Chicago end up doing? So Chicago ended up just putting up that one run, so it's 3-1 right now. Cincinnati, and the first two games, Cleveland and the Pirates game, are tied 0-0 with mm, two no hitters going on right now. Trey got no hits, and the Marlins got no hits. There used to be this bet. I don't know if they still offer it. I think certain books still offer it. So it all depends on, like, you know, the where you hold on. 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 Okay, hold on. Yeah, so it all depends on the books. There used to be this bet that you can make, and it used to be insane. Will there be like a no hitter today? Right? And give me 1 second. Let me see this. Hold on. Yeah, there used to be that bet that you can make. Will there be a no hitter today? It's like, and some books used to offer it, right? And the prices used to, you know, differentiate each day. Some days it would be like, I don't know, plus 2,000, or you know, other days it would be like plus 900 or something like that. But you know, we all know those odds aren't. This is not true odds, right? Because the odds of someone throwing a no hitter or a team throwing a no hitter are very, very slim. So the odds are never really true, and you know, something like that, in my opinion, should be somewhere closer to like plus 4,000 or something like that. Like, it should make absolute sense that when you hit it, you smack it for an insane amount. Because on average, I don't even know how many no hitters are thrown a season. Um, maybe like three, maybe two. I don't know. How many no hitters average per season? I would think two. Let me see. 2 to 3 no hitters per season. So you have 162 games, right? That's for each individual team. But now you magnify that times, you multiply that times how many teams there are, over 30, right? So those amount of games, that many games, and there's only 2 to 3 no hitters each year on average. And the odds are, like, the odds should be ridiculous. The odds should represent the difficulty as well as the chance of it happening, but they never do. And these are things you got to pay attention to, that if the odds are true for the specific bet you decide to back. Okay, these things are very important, and it's part of you know, learning how to bet, examining angles like that. It's not just, you know, studying the numbers or looking for the gematria and, you know, doing it like that. That's very, at this point right now with the MLB, the NBA, they're up on game, right? NHL as well, NFL also. They're up on game, and you know, they've made it so that people got to level up their game as well. So there are a bunch of different strategies that also you need to use to support um, any one or two strategies that you might have had, just to make your argument and, you know, your level of comfort with your bets that much more, right? Because they throw you curveballs. They throw you curveballs, i.e., for example, this NBA Cup bullshit they do in the middle of the season that has no bearing, that has no meaning, but they threw it in the middle of the NBA season, an in-season tournament, just to throw the sports betting world, the handicappers, the truth seekers, the number believers, all that. They threw us a curveball with that. Okay. Same thing with the NBA now. With the NHL now. Teams never used to play back to back, like have the same opponent on back to back days. Never used to happen. Now it happens though. Now it happens. In the NBA, it's happened. In the NHL, it's happened. And I don't think it's something that will happen in the NFL. But you can never say you can't say never. You can't say never because they don't look to make our job easier. They look to make it that much more difficult. Which is why you gotta stay ahead of the curve. Research, research, research. Continue to never be complacent and always trying to get better. That's what I try to do every single day. It's a never ending education when it comes to this stuff. The highs, the lows, the successes, the losses, the triumphs, and the bad beats. It's all these things are things you have to learn to deal with. Especially when you've been doing it as long as I've been doing it. Super, super long. Going on right now, over 20 years going on now. Over 20 years is my betting experience, as well as with gematria and other strategies I use. That's going on 7 years now. So 2019. Maybe even like 2018, but I'll say 2019. So 2019, 2026. 7 years. Long time. And you blink your eye and it goes by that quick. Right? So and they don't make it easy for a reason. In the beginning, it was so incredible. It was so amazing to just decode and watch and celebrate and all that. But these leagues are investing a lot of money in not just sports betting platforms, because now you see these DraftKings and these FanDuels that they're teaming up and investing in what? Sports leagues, sports teams, athletes individually, not by accident. 10, 15 years ago, this would have been called, illegal. But now all of a sudden it's legal. Money talks, man. Money talks, So you have to stay one move ahead, one step ahead, right? Like it was a chess game. Let's see what's going on now. Okay, so we still got the 2 no-hitters going. And we also have right now, the Yankees and Mariners have gotten underway. The last of the 1 p.m. games, Yankees on the road against the New York Yankees. The Mariners on the road against the New York Yankees, taking place in Yankee Stadium. And that will close out the 1 p.m. games. These first 2 games were a 1:10 start time, and I believe the Yankees were 1:35 Eastern start time. So, give me 1 second. Gotcha. Yeah. That's just the way it goes, man. So, we have Chicago threatening once again. Runners on first and third, bottom of the second. Chicago actually out hitting Cincinnati. And Chicago has been one of the surprises this year. I don't know how many of you guys are surprised by the White Sox, but that 62-57 record for a team that's been arguably probably one of the worst teams over the last decade, surprising. And that would have been an awesome thing to look at preseason as well, because the chances of them making it to the playoffs had to have great ROI. Should have been a good investment. I would say if I had to guess prior to the season starting, Chicago would have been maybe like plus 1,000, maybe more, maybe less. But I say probably at least plus 1,000, 10-1 to make the playoffs. And right now they're doing their thing. They have a shot, which is all you can ask for, having a shot. Okay, the Guardians and the Pirates game. They're both going to the bottom of the third, which is the home team stepping up to play, stepping up to the bat. So we shall see what happens. Okay, so what does anybody like anything in the Yankee game? Since the Yankee game has just started, Seattle versus the home Yankees. Is there anybody that's looking to attack that game specifically? What do you guys like in that game? Let me know. Any bets, any player props, anything. Me personally, like I said, them New York teams, I like to stay away from it when I can. But if there's money to be made, there's money to be made, you know? So I don't have a bias, but like I said, if I could, I stay away from that junk. So okay, White Sox are threatening again. 3-2, bottom of the third, run on second and third, 2 outs. The shit that's crazy too is this year. I don't know about you guys, but I've seen some crazy bad beats that have happened specifically in MLB. Like crazy bad beats. And when I say bad beats, I don't mean for me specifically, but I'm just saying like when there's an opportunity for a team that should have a victory locked up, and then all of a sudden the unthinkable happens, right? That's my definition of a bad beat. When you have a team that's like over minus 2,000 to win the game, and then they just find some way to lose the game. That to me is a bad beat. But I've seen a bunch of them this year in the MLB, a bunch of them. So what that breeds is insane opportunity to make money, right? Depending on which team you're backing. Obviously, if you were backing the team that was so far ahead that they should have won the game, it sucks. But if you're backing that underdog team and then they come back from like down 5 runs or 6 runs in the seventh inning, that's just that's printing. That's printing that bread right there for you. So, woo! Chicago White Sox down 3-0, come back to take the lead 4-3. The White Sox, we was just talking about them. We was just saying there was a Cinderella story for this season, and they just took the lead down 3-0. Come back to take the lead in the bottom of the second, 4-3. And my man, no more, just said that. White Sox look like they coming back. Yes, sirree. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Mm, 1 second. Hold on. It's crazy, man. That should have been a good price for them to come back. Probably down 3-0. They would have been proud. They would have been plus. They would have been plus what? Maybe 400, 500. And that's a early underdog right there. So let's say when they were plus 400, 500, you invested like $50, right? If you invested $50 when they were down 3-0 at plus 500, right now you would be able to cash out your $50 probably 200 right now. or 150, and they don't even got to win the rest of the game. That could be an early cash out. All of these is specific, strategies you can use to just guarantee, a win loss for the day. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wait for the entirety of the game to play out. Trust me. There's chances for you to make money. Get it like the stock market. Get in there, half an hour. You would have made your money in 25 minutes. Not even 2 innings. They go down 3-0, plus 500. Would have put like a little, even like a 25 in there. 25 would have turned into 100 right there, real quick, or at least 90, something like that. And you would have got in there for 20 minutes, got out, took your money, and you ain't have to watch the whole game. You have to watch 15, 20 minutes of this. That's it. You know, so many, man. The strategies is unlimited, but you have to be willing to observe the game. You have to be willing to invest. You have to be willing to take the chance. Take the chance. That's the whole thing. Now, if you look at me, for example, right? My Patreon to support that is rather inexpensive. You know what I'm saying? And I've always told people, it's like, you spend how much money a day do you spend on lunch or dinner, right? Probably anywhere from like 15 to like $50, depending on what you want to eat. Anywhere from 15 to $50, right? You could take that money and invest it in something like this and learn and teach yourself, or just follow and be making money like that, the same amount of money that you would be spending on bull crap, and actually be making money. But people are so scared to invest in something, or so like stuck to the normal. I just want to get up and go to work. That's the wrong mentality to have. The mentality of, I just want to get up and go to work and just come home. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's like nothing is gonna change in your life, right? You're never gonna change your circumstances. You're never gonna work enough to be comfortable, to be happy, to be at peace, right? The way the world is now, it punishes people who do not take chances, who do not, roll the dice, who do not invest, who don't take a shot, right? You miss every shot that you don't take. And yeah, sometimes it's not going to work out. But, you got to look at it from, it's a long game. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a journey over time. If over time it's going to make you money, then it's something to pay attention to. So, like I said, I've kept it rather inexpensive from my perspective, just because I know the value of what I do. But people need to start really getting behind it. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, we've changed so many lives at this point, so many people's financial situation. And not just that, the knowledge itself is going to change your quality of life. It's going to make you start thinking and questioning everything. Where if you just were doing your, everyday thing of getting up, going to work, coming home, going to sleep, and, replaying that every day, you get lost in the sauce, man. Right? You're not even challenging yourself. That's the whole thing. You got to challenge yourself. You have to challenge yourself. At least that's my opinion, you know? And I'm not downplaying, and I'm not talking bad on people that just want to get up and go to work. That's respectable. It is super respectable. You know what I mean? But you only get one of these, man. You only get one life. And me, I've always told myself, you only get one. You might as well live it to the fullest, to the max. You know what I mean? And when you think about it like that, you gotta take those chances, man. Take those chances. Roll them dice, man. Take that shot. You never know. That shit could go in. You know what I'm saying? And change your life, man. You know what I mean? All the entrepreneurs in the world, all the billionaires, all the millionaires, even all the high thousandaires, they'll tell you that the way they got to that position in life, the way they got there was going against the grain, was taking a shot, was, having so many failures before they had that big success. That shit is true, man. That shit is real. Unless you're born into wealth, right? Like your parents or your grandparents just happen to be super, super wealthy and you just inherited the shit or whatever, something like that. Every other story is very, very similar when it comes to the attitude, the perspective of what I'm saying, which is taking a shot, taking a chance. Some people feel comfortable with this, and a lot of people don't, and that's how they trap you with that. With that right there, it's the fear. The fear. The fear traps everybody, man. Fear is super powerful. Some would argue fear is just as powerful as love, and I would say it's stronger than that to me. Because fear will have you not doing things in your life that you always wanted to do. Fear will have you like depressed, scared to make a move, scared to, go back to school, scared to, chase that opportunity that you always wanted when you were growing up. Fear is a motherfucker. Seriously, man. 100%. I've seen it, I've lived it. I you know, I've observed it. I've spoken to people who have been in that, that mind frame, and it's 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 tough, man. It's tough to get people out of that. But once you get out of it, change your life. I'm telling you, change your life overnight. Boom, like that. You know what I'm saying? So just gotta shift the mindset real quick. Top of the third, Cincinnati putting some pressure back on Chicago. Okay. Still got the no hitter going on in the Marlins game. And Detroit right now is threatening bottom of the third, up 1-0 against Cleveland. Run on second and third. See, now the thing that kills me when it comes to these streams, right? Because I want to be giving out so much knowledge, right? Like I want to be giving out so many angles and so many plays that I think make a lot of sense. But it doesn't make sense. Like the support's got to be there, and the investment, right? The vibes got to be there for it to make sense on my end. You know what I mean? And because in the beginning, I'm just giving out so much free game, so much free game, so much free game. It's just, it was to my detriment, giving out my strategies, giving out, and then people just taking them, trying to pawn them off as their own, as their own thoughts, as their own creations, and swagger jack and everything. And, you know, you got the trolls and you got the thieves and you got the scammers and all that out there. So I just gotta be like super, super cautious. But the person I am, it bothers me, because I would love to just be spitting out incredible attacks that I want to do. But I gotta catch myself, right? Never know who's watching. That's the crazy part. So we just got to keep it on the surface type thing. But yeah, the energy is right there. Flipping the script sports on Patreon. You can get on over there, sub up, vibe up. Don't forget to like, share the video. You know what I'm saying? That it means a lot. It helps. It helps very little because YouTube is just YouTube's not vibing with us right now, but it's all good. And we also stream on Twitch right now too. For those of you that don't know, so streaming on Twitch, streaming on YouTube, uh, both of these. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what happens. Hold on 1 second. Let's check out this Yankee game. So we're going on this Yankee game. Yankee game, top of the second, still 0-0. Okay. All right, give me 1 second. We're just gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back, fellas. Quick bathroom break. Be right back. Thank you. All right, we back. Salute to the man them. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Like, share the stream. Let's get back into these games. Now I'm looking at it. See, I got my phone right here. My phone right here. I am about to invest in a game right now. For those of you that want my play right now, hit me up on Instagram at Mr.Futures. If you guys want to invest in that, hit me up. I'm definitely about to attack some game right now as we're speaking, just so you know. Let me see. So no, this is live right now. No chuck, no cap in my rap. So we're gonna do it right now. Oh, hold on. Okay. What the fuck? I got all these fucking what? That's crazy. Okay. See that? TNA. TNA. Just so y'all know. 100%, 100%. I wish I could watch these games, man. I don't know why these people do this shit. Like they make it so that you can't. It's corny, man. You can't stream the games, and it's so annoying. Okay. 1 second. Okay. The investment has been put in. Just so y'all know. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Yep. The investment has been put in. We locked in, y'all. All right, so let's pay attention. Let's watch this game. I wish I could stream it though. God damn. YouTube definitely gonna crack my stream though. Twitch too. I don't even think you could stream. Hold on. Can you stream MLB games on Twitch? Damn, hell no. You can't even stream them shits on Twitch. They ban you, bro. That's crazy. That's whack. Swear to God, that's whack. So we can't even stream the games, yeah. I tried that before. I tried to like do a movie night with you guys, like stream sports movies, which was a great idea. In my opinion, that was an awesome idea. But yo, YouTube just banned a nigga. Like they just banned the shit. I was like, fuck. There's not one platform you could do that on, which is corny. Wait, let me see if you could do it on Kick. Hold on. Can you stream MLB games on Kick? Maybe Kick is a vibe. Nope. Hold on. Oh, you could. Hold on. Let me see this. Twitch. Damn. Okay, so you can stream movies on Kick, but you can't stream movies on Twitch though, which is whack. They make it so you can't have no fun, no interaction with your community, which is corny, bro. Super corny. Even if I paid for a streaming service, like whatever, like MLB, like MLB, they still wouldn't allow me even to stream it. Even though I pay for it, they wouldn't allow me to stream it, which is whack. You know, which is whack. So apologies, guys, but yeah, they're not vibing with the they're not for the people. Is what I'm saying. Give me 1 second. Hold on, no. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we Gucci right now. We got the investment in. There's everything going on. Hold on. Could we stream Could we stream tennis? Oh, let me see if we can stream tennis. Nope. Let me see this. Nope. Can't stream them shits either. I'm telling you, man. They're not vibing with us right now. Okay. So, but all the no hitters, there's no hitters going on right now. Cincinnati tied the game 4-4, and they still threatening. Seattle got their one run, their one hit. So right now the Yankees are the only team that's being no hit. All the other no hitters are out the window. So sorry for that. Probably no hitters gonna happen today, but we shall see. There are games that I love right now that's going on, and I myself decided to back them. So we supporting it. We watching it right now. Nervous as hell. You know what I'm saying? Nervous as hell. But see the nerves, and just so you guys know, I'm gonna post everything on my YouTube channel, like in my community posts, so you guys know I'm not chucking. So you guys know, like while I was streaming, I actually did make the investments, make the plays, and back myself. So I will be posting it in my YouTube community post, so you guys can see after the game. It's gonna have the timestamp, so you guys know there's no cap in my rap. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Because that's not what I do. Always try to keep it transparent, because I know that's important to the people. And it's like, so you guys know, we both move as a one. When y'all win, I win. When I win, you win. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it goes. So let's keep it moving. What other games do you guys like on the rest of the slate? Like maybe not the early slate, but do you guys like any other games that's going on later? And if you do, let me know. Let's talk about it. Because there's some games later that I was looking at as well. For anybody that wants to invest in MLB Plays for today, reach out to me on Instagram or DM me or subscribe to the Patreon right here at the bottom of your screen. Flipping the Script Sports on Patreon. The link is up in the chat. You can scroll up and just click on it. Take you right over there. For a very, very small investment, you can not support not only myself and my family, but you can support yourself, invest in yourself, and start taking your sports betting, handicapping, and just knowledge to the next level. You know, I also do offer consultations where I speak to people one on one to kind of refine their strategy, um, answer any and every question you might have, get you more comfortable and familiar with my thinking process and what I like to do when it comes to these games, and also attack games live as well. So hit me up, reach out. I've been doing those for 4 years now. You know what I'm saying? So give me 1 second. Watch out. Oh, I need some ice too. I need some ice. Woo. Okay. Let's see what's going down. What up? What up? What up? We back. We back. We back. We back. 1 second. Let's go back to the stream. What the fuck? Okay. 1 second. Okay. Somebody said Nationals versus the Cubs. Is that game going on right now? That's later, right? Let me see. Nationals versus the Club. That game is on 4 o'clock. Okay. Give me 1 second. Oh. Okay. 1 second. All right. Oh yeah. So the Cubs and the Nationals. That's on at 4 o'clock. All right. So you're looking at that game, but don't really know what the question is you're asking me. So if you look at the game right now, obviously the Cubs are a road favorite. They're minus 145, minus 150 to take on the Nationals, right? Let me see. Is that the last game of that? I think that's the last game in that series. Let me see. Yeah, last game in that series before they start a new series. Okay. So I'm not sure what the question is, or if there's any question, but let's go to. He said he liked the Twins today. What do I think? The Twins versus the Phillies. Okay. I'm gonna say the Twins versus the Phillies is a weird game because it's a Field of Dreams game, right? So technically I think they will have a home or an away team, but it's weird because it's not a home or an away game. You understand what I'm saying? And not only that, it's the beginning of a series. So they play today, they play today, then they play the 15th. They don't play tomorrow. Hold on. They don't play on the 15th. They don't play on the 14th? Oh, okay. So they play the first game at the Field of Dreams Stadium, which is that's in where the fuck is the Field of Dreams Stadium though? Field of Dreams Stadium. That's in Iowa. Okay. So they play the first game in Iowa. They play the first game in Iowa, and then they go back to Minnesota to play the final 2 games. That's why there's a date in between. So this series is weird because they play the first game in Iowa, and then they both get on a plane or bus that takes them back to Minnesota to play the rest of the series. That's weird. That's super weird. So that right there, this is like one of those examples of the curveballs I was telling you guys about, how the MLB does this, right? So now we have a game that's not a home or an away game at the beginning of a series between these two teams. Then they're going to take a day off, fly or drive from Iowa to Minnesota to finish the rest of the series off. That's it's weird. It's a weird setup. The MLB is like, yeah, they're doing some weird shit with that. I don't know why they're doing it, but they decided to do it like that. And that for me, especially this game, I wouldn't touch the first game. That's just my opinion. Um, and I hope you don't understand my reasoning, and I hope you don't look at it as like, oh, he's copping out because he doesn't want to give me an answer on stream. That is legit my answer. That's legit my perspective. This specific game, because of the uniqueness of it, I would not touch it. Because of that. So I don't know if you have some specific input on this game and the location that you want to share, or maybe some observations that you had about it. You can share it, put it in the chat, and I'll look at it. But for me, that's a no touch, just because of that situation. That shit doesn't even make any sense. If you're gonna go there to play a game, you might as well play the whole series there, right? I mean, what sense does it make to play one game in Iowa? It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. MLB doing some dumb shit. Field of Dreams is a great movie, though. Honestly, it's not my favorite baseball movie, but I remember when I saw it as a kid. When I saw this movie, and I ain't gonna lie, James Earl Jones, he's like one of my favorite, one of my favorite actors. Like I don't know his voice, and I've always felt like he was a great actor to me. So maybe that's why I like that movie. But my favorite baseball movie, two of them. Not that you guys asked, but I'm gonna let you know anyway, just in case you guys are ever looking for good baseball movies to watch. I got two favorite baseball movies. Okay, one is 61. So if you've ever seen, if you've never seen it, it was a movie that was, I think, produced by Billy Crystal. He made the movie, or executive produced it, but it was a movie following the historic home run chase between Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle um, during their time on the Yankees. Awesome movie. Awesome movie. That is a great movie, baseball movie to watch, as well as Moneyball. Moneyball is an awesome movie to watch as well. Um, I don't I don't give it like the incredible ratings that other people give it. You know what I mean? Because uh, to me, it's like it's a more methodical movie about baseball, meaning that they talk more about the um about the analytics of baseball and about running a team, managing a team and all that other stuff. So there's baseball in the movie, but it's not the baseball element of it. There's not really a lot of baseball in it. You know what I mean? To me, from my perspective, but it's still a good movie. So those would be my my two favorite baseball movies. You know what I mean? What are y'all favorite baseball movies? Drop them in the chat. If you guys had to watch one baseball movie, um, if you had to watch one baseball movie, you know, like late night, you know what I'm saying, and it was only one you could watch, which one would you watch? Mine would probably be that 61, man. 61 Gucci. Yeah, nah, you gotta watch that, man. That's a great movie, for real. Awesome movie. Mm. My man said Nationals versus the Cubs. With the Nationals winning, the Cubs fall to 99 away, and Nationals improves to 99 home record. Might be a reach. Just look at the home and away for both teams. Both teams are matching numbers at 9. With the Cubs and Nationals? What you mean 99 away? Like 9 and 9? Or 99? I'm not sure what number you mean. All right, let's get back to the games. So I'm watching I'm watching two games right now. on another screen live, but I can't show you guys because they're gonna ban it. They're gonna block it. So I'm watching it live while also doing the chat while also like paying attention. Because remember, I told ya I wasn't lying. I definitely went ahead and invested my money in today's in one of the games that I liked. So we just watching it now. Obviously, because when you make an investment, you got to watch your money. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times you could get in and get out or whatever the case may be. So guarantee the profit. So we watching that, but we also watching the chat too. But the 99, what 99 you mean? You mean 9 and 9 or you mean 99? Oh yeah. TNA, TNA. And also, yo, listen, I know we're not getting too much interaction, with the vibes and everything, but let me know if you guys want more of these streams, midday or even the night streams. We could do night streams with the MLB slate and stuff like that. But I just want to make sure there's gonna be people here to support it. There's gonna be people here for the interaction. So I want to know, like, let me see if I could drop a hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I could do no. Go back to the comments. Hold on. I can't even do a poll? That's whack, bro. How I do a poll? Private chat, people, notes, widget, style, media. Damn, I can't even run a poll in this bitch. I ain't gonna lie, yo, Sandlot is a Gucci movie too. Sandlot Gucci. Angels in the Outfield, fire. I ain't gonna lie. Like Angels in the Outfield was one of my joints growing up. That Angel, I'll tell you right now, Angels in the Outfield, and let me see. Hold on. What was the other movie that I liked? Angels in the Outfield. What was the other one? It was two of them that, yo, bro, I watched these joints growing up crazy. Oh, Angels in the Outfield and Rookie of the Year. If y'all never seen that, Angels in the Outfield and Rookie of the Year with my boy, who's in that? Two people. Thomas Nicholas and Gary Bussey. Rookie of the Year. Another classic joint. 100%. Those two, classic. Yeah, good feels. That's a fact. Definitely good feels. 100%. Angels in the Outfield and Rookie of the Year. When I watched those as a kid, bro, I watched those movies probably over 10 times. Definitely. Those movies, Gucci. Damn, son, I'm tight though. I can't do a fucking poll, my nigga. Facts. Yeah, Rookie of the Year is OD classic. OD classic. You know what I'm saying? That shit gave, for all the people growing up that want to play. I don't know about y'all, but see me, I grew up when I was growing up playing. I grew up playing baseball like hard body. So like Rookie of the Year, Angels in the Outfield, Sandlot. You know what I mean? Those movies just juiced me up. So I played baseball like very, 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 very long time in my childhood. Probably from when I was like 9. I mean, I'm talking about in the league. Probably from when I was 9 to when I was 16. Going crazy. Going crazy. I probably should have stayed with it, honestly, but the league I was in only went up to 16. And then after that, I didn't want to play like high school baseball. I just thought it was, I don't know. But yeah, I dominated in my baseball. Over 200 trophies, newspaper clippings, all that. So that was like my main sport when I was growing up. Main sport until like later on when I was like 14, I picked up a basketball, and then basketball just became like the love, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so you like the numerology of the win-loss record. You say it could be both 9 and 9, with the 36 and the 27s, and the records can kind of mirror each other with the. I see what you're saying now with the 99, with the Nationals and okay, so you saying, okay, I think you okay, hold on, let me see, let me read that right. Yes, okay, I read that right. All right, yeah. I see what you're saying now with the numerology of 9 and 9, right? And I'm not sure exactly how successful that has been with you when you do the numerology of like the win loss, the home and away record of the two numbers equaling 9 and 9, or you know what I mean? Um, you know, so but I see what you're saying now with the 99. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense why that could possibly happen. And it goes with the I mean, right now obviously the Cubs are favored, So if you like them to get the 90, well, hold on. So you like the Nationals then, is what you're saying. Can for Cubs currently 36. Yeah, so you like the Nationals. You like the Nationals to win the game as an underdog so they could get the 99 numerology and both their win loss their home and away records and the records. Okay. So you like the underdog. Got you. Understood. Okay. All right. No problem. I see what you mean. But just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful because there's things on both sides. If you decode in that game, then you understand what I mean. That there's things on both sides for that specific game. Obviously, if you believe in that 99, confidently, I'm not trying to take you off of it, but I'm just saying be wary and be aware that there are things on both sides for that game. But I do see what you're saying. The 27 could definitely be picked up. I see the 27. Damn, the Reds just stepped up crazy. The Reds just punished the White Sox. They took an 8-4 lead, yeah? Oh shit. The Reds ain't playing. Let me see this. Hold on. The Reds is not playing right now. 8-4. And these games are moving. Is this game already in the sixth inning? Oh, the fourth inning. Bottom of the fourth. Okay. I'm like, damn, these games are fucking moving fast. Shit. Yo, but drop in the chat. Let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all want more of these streams? Afternoon or evening streams when we following the games? We talking about you know what I mean? Let me know if y'all want more of these. Cause I listen to the peoples. Let's see this. Watching the game right now on a separate window live stream, but I can't show y'all. Cause you already know YouTube and Twitch, they're gonna yap my shit ASAP. Reds clapping. That's a fact, bro. They violating them right now. 8-4. Violation. You know what I mean? So Reds took a 3-9 lead. Chicago White Sox came back for the what was that? For the 4-3. And now the Reds came back 8-4. So there was like multiple opportunities to make some money in there. Small windows, you know what I mean? Small windows. 8-4 is crazy right now. That ass. 8-4 is that, I ain't gonna lie, that's clapping. Clapping, clapping, clapping. All right, my boy said yes, more streams, more streams. I want to do them. You know what I mean? I want to do them. But you know, I want to get the vibes. I want to get the interaction. I want people to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I even have. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna drop the. I know people ain't gonna come up, but you know what? I'm gonna drop it just in case anybody wants to come up and chat, or just drop some knowledge, observation, or just want to shoot the shit. You know, yeah, I'm more than welcome to come up. Give me, you know, chat with your boy, ask questions, or just keep your boy company. You know what I mean? Feel free to come up. Please, no trolls, man. Please, let's not do no trolls. We get genuine vibes up here for people who want to ask the questions, want to chop it up, drop some success stories, drop some knowledge, or drop some info on the game you like today. Whatever, we take it all. Whatever y'all want to do. You know what I mean? We do it all. So the opportunity is there. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Fucking back. Oh, back is crazy. Don't forget to like, share the video. If you're in here, please, man, the likes they mean a lot. The share means a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And get on over to Patreon right at the bottom there. Flipping the Script Sports on Patreon. The link is at the top of the chat. If you're not already supporting your boy and joining one of the bangers communities in sports handicapping, get on over there right now. Right now, currently, we attacking um, on the regular MLB, UFC, um, MLB, UFC. We also doing occasionally like a tennis matches, but primarily we're doing right now MLB, UFC until the other two major sports come back, which would be obviously basketball and football. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we're having a great time. Our MLB World Series is available for investment for those of y'all that want to attack that shit. Um, there's a bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of stuff available right now. So get on over there, subscribe, pledge up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of benefits to that. We're trying to turn the average losing sports bettor into a winning sports bettor, which don't let that go over your head because it's more difficult. It's more difficult to accomplish than you would think. And if it was me, when I had the opportunity to support somebody or get behind somebody and to gain some knowledge that I wanted to gain, I did not hesitate. I jumped at the opportunity and I was ready and willing to invest not only in myself but invest in the knowledge. You know what I mean? So stop, stop, stop wasting time, man. Take the shot. You know what I mean, take the shot. Don't be scared. There's a lot going on, man. There's bread out here to be made. We got a lot of stuff coming. You know what I'm saying? Rocking and rolling. The UFC has been printing freaking cash. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've been super, super excited about the UFC. They're pumping out matches every weekend, you know? So the UFC been printing cash. And then when NBA comes back and when the NFL comes back, listen, the NFL gonna be here in 30 days, man. Not even. When the NFL start? Let me see. NFL season start, I think September, first week of September. NFL season start or preseason. The preseason starts today. But um when did hold on. Let's see. September 9th. September 9th, yeah. That shit coming up 20 something days. You heard? 20 something days. We're gonna be right smack in the middle of the NFL season. We gonna have the NFL futures popping off. I'm even thinking about doing the NFL fantasy league. Word. I'm thinking about doing that. Because I don't care what you say. In my opinion, you could definitely use the numbers to attack NFL fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to have a good year? Who's going to have a bad year? Who's going to have a breakout year? Stuff like that. And these is money leagues, though. If you see like some of these things they be doing on Yahoo and all this other stuff, bro, these are money leagues. There's people like the player props with the NFL every year. Like obviously prize picks, but even like FanDuel, DraftKings, when they offer up, you know, um, like touchdown scorers and all that other shit, yo, I'm telling you, it's crazy. The NFL player props go crazy. Word. Like that's a big market right there. So don't be on the sideline, man. Don't be on the sideline. And it'd be good for you to get get your feet wet and start gaining the knowledge and information before the season is upon us. Because one thing I always preach to my people, I always preach this from the beginning. Let me get that camera back so y'all see me. I always preach this from the beginning. Like, yes, I'm well informed, I'm super experienced, but I always love it when the people take a proactive effort in informing themselves as well so that they can contribute to the decisions they're making with their finances, right? What do I mean by that? You're making the investment, to bet a team, to bet a market, to bet a player, to whatever it is, right? And you're taking my knowledge and feeling confident in supporting whatever it is the play is. But if you can also contribute your confidence to that, right? Your belief, your knowledge with that as well, then it makes you feel that much better about your investments because you're not solely depending on just my knowledge, but you're also contributing some perspective or some additional opinions on top of it, which make you feel more comfortable, more positive about whatever it is you decide to do. I've been preaching that since day one. Since the day I started this, I've always told people that it makes not only myself feel better, but it's better for you. Because at the end of the day, you could get mad at yourself, but um, there's not I'm not so much painted as a villain if one specific play doesn't work out, right? Because losses are part of the game. You will lose, you will not be 100%, you will not win 100% of your bets all the time. This is not going to happen, right? But all of that is a learning, it's a lesson as well. When you lose, right, you pump right back into the research. You learn to be more thorough, you learn to attack more angles, you learn to do deeper research, you learn the way in which the leagues are playing out these games, right? So always inform people about that too. Inform yourself. And if you want to take advantage of the NFL season, which is coming up very quickly, you want to get in now so you start gaining knowledge and experience about this specific league, the MLB, to be ready for the NFL. Because when it comes, it moves fast, y'all. I'm telling y'all. The NFL season, it moves very, very fast. Before you know it, you blink your eyes and it's Super Bowl weekend. Okay? It's Super Bowl weekend. And you want to have a profitable and winning season to when Super Bowl weekend comes along, you playing with free money. You know what I'm saying? Free money. That's what you want to be able to do. Free bread. So that's my opinion. You guys could support that or not support that, but at the very least, I would suggest you do. Get on over to Flipping the Script Sports on Patreon. Pledge up, like this stream, share this stream, subscribe to my channel. Get on over to the Twitch too. The Twitch is streaming right now, Mr.Futures. And get familiar with the Twitch as well. Because they're trying to ban the boy. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Excited, man. They got another UFC event coming up. Let me tell y'all what's going on. what's coming up. So we got the MLB right now every day. This is daily, right? MLB is daily. Then you got UFC coming up this was it this Friday. I'm sorry, this Saturday. UFC 330. Okay, this Saturday. That will be UFC 330 Makachev versus Machado. Okay, so you got that's yeah, that's Saturday. 2 days away. You got the two title matches. Makachev versus Machado, and then you got Mackenzie Dern versus Gillian Robertson, two title matches. Then you got a bunch of main card and preliminary matches and early preliminary matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 UFC matches coming up on Saturday, man. You understand? 12 of them Jones. So big opportunities, guys. Do not stay on the sidelines. UFC is awesome. When you can bet UFC, when you can win in UFC, that shit is lit. You know what I'm saying? You cracking it. So, and UFC, I'm gonna tell you about this about UFC. UFC is different from every other sports league when it comes to underdogs. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. This is a free gem right now. The UFC, what like when you see a plus 300 underdog in the MLB or in the NFL or the NBA, right? The chances of that specific underdog coming through are very low, right? I don't want to give an exact percentages, but the percentages of that underdog coming through are low. When it comes to UFC matches, fighting, those 300 underdogs are always live because it's one punch and you're knocked out. You know what I mean? This is real. Like you get hit with one punch, you're done. Even if you minus 1,000, you know what I mean? Fighting a nigga that's plus 600, one punch and you're out of there. You know what I'm saying? Or one submission and it's over. So the UFC is very unique when it comes to that specific situation. You can smack huge underdogs in that situation, and not only that, attacking the method of victory, right? So that's another unique element of the UFC because with baseball, you can't attack the method of victory, right? There's only one way you're going to win. You score more than the other team scores. But with the UFC, there's you can bet a decision, right? Somebody win by a decision. You can bet to win by submission, right? You can bet to win by knockout. These are all method of victories that oftentimes have plus money, very substantial plus money. You understand? And not only that, you can bet on the round. So some of these matches, when you bet the round, you're looking at 7 to 10x if you get the round correct. Not even the way they win, just the round that they win in. Most of these UFC matches are 3 rounds. The title matches are 5 rounds, so that's a little bit more difficult. But if it's not a title match, most of these matches are scheduled for 3 rounds. So, theoretically, you would have a 33% chance of winning a round if you bet that, right? Not 33% because obviously it's 3 rounds, but each fighter. So it comes down, right? But if you feel very strongly about one fighter winning the match, then you've narrowed it down. So now you have a 33% chance to get it if you can get the round. And these rounds, I'm telling you, it's anywhere from 4 to like 15x sometimes to guess the correct round. I've done it. I'm not telling you anything that I haven't done before. I've done it. I've bet the rounds, I've won the rounds, and the shit has just come back. Great ROI. You know what I'm saying? In a matter of 30, like sometimes 30 minutes, you can get crazy return on your investment. 4x to 15x, man. It's sick. So I'm telling you, man, get on board. Flipping the Script Sports on Patreon. We doing that every week. Join the exclusive tier. You're gonna get the UFC matches. You're gonna get the UFC parlays, and we trying to smack them every time. Real shit. Printing that bread, that breach. You know what I'm saying? So, in the meantime, while you're here, appreciate you. Please like and share the video. and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Again, I'm watching the game that I specifically backed during this live stream. I'm watching it live right now because obviously I got money on this, so we watch. You got to watch the money. You know what I mean, but in the meantime, let's check out the scoreboard. Tigers are up 2-0 against the Cleveland Guardians, the top of the seventh. Middle of the sixth, the Pirates are up 5-0. Bottom of the fifth, the Reds are up 8-4. And the bottom of the fourth, the Mariners have a 1-0 lead against the home Yankees. Okay. And I think, let me double check. Let's see what's going on. Let me double check right now because if I think Seattle was an underdog, but let me check. Let's check. Okay, so Chicago was a slight favorite today. So right now, since the underdog is winning in the Chicago White Sox game, Cincinnati was an underdog right now. The Yankees were a favorite against Seattle. So right now, the underdog is winning in the Seattle game. Pittsburgh was a favorite, so the favorite is winning. And Cleveland was the slight favorite against Detroit, but Detroit is winning 2-0. So the underdog is winning in that game. So right now we have three underdogs winning: the Tigers, the Reds, and the Mariners. Early in the games, in the fourth inning, the fifth inning, and the seventh inning. So listen, not my fault. You know what I mean? Not my fault. That just goes to show you that there was money to be made today as of right now. Now, again, the games might end differently, but right now, underdogs is winning right now. I mean, so when underdogs win, what does that mean? Printing bread, printing the money, printing the breach. It's all about that, you know. That's why you can't be a fan of one specific team. You have to be a fan of the green. Again, I'll say it. That's bars. You can't be a fan of one specific team. Got to be a fan of the green. All right? Fan of the green. Chips. Right now, we're moving along. The games is underway. 1 second. Slight break right now. We'll do a slight stretch break right now, stretching. But in the meantime, like I said, get on over Flipping the Script Sports on Patreon. Join up. Don't be a bozo. Support your boy. Support the work. Support the knowledge. Inform yourself. Get ready for the MLB postseason. Right? We got the MLB Future in play that's available for investment or purchase. The NFL season is coming up. Super excited about that. We're going to have a bunch of NFL futures available, not only just for the Super Bowl, but in season futures as well, as teams we like to be undervalued teams that we like to make the either win the division or make the playoffs. That's for the NFL season and the NBA season. Listen, the NBA season we've been cracking. We've been cracking this shit the last 5 years, smacking it left and right. It's gonna be a bunch on the table for the NBA as well. The NBA is gonna be looking incredible this year. So, like I said, if you're gearing up and get ready for these NBA NFL seasons, the time is now. Get in now to learn the knowledge, inform yourself, and get ready for these seasons, these upcoming seasons, man. It's gonna be a movie. I'm telling y'all. We got the 82 game season for the NBA, and then we got the NFL 18-week shit and an 18-week season that's gonna be going down over there. Don't sell yourself short, man. I'm telling y'all. Get behind the work. I don't want to be sitting here. You don't want to be sitting here 3-4 months from now, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have bought Bitcoin at fucking like $50. Now the shit's at 60,000. Right? You don't want to be one of those people with the big regrets. The big regrets. I'm telling y'all. You don't want to be passing that up. At one point, Bitcoin was less than $1. Can you imagine that? Less than $1 for one Bitcoin. Now the shit is 60,000 for one. It was as high as over 100,000 for one, and the shit was less than $1. And y'all was on the sideline because y'all was scared, didn't want to put no bread up, didn't want to invest anything. When the shit was $1, if you would have invested $25, you would have been a multi-millionaire when the shit was over 100,000. For $25, y'all. $25. The same thing you spend on a pack of cigarettes or lunch, right? Or a Metro card. Or weed, if that's your vice. Or a bottle of liquor. I mean, you can't even go out anymore and get, like, you go out right now, you get a drink. I'm talking about, let's just say you go out. You go out right now and get a drink, at a nightclub or a bar or whatever. You getting a drink, that shit gonna be $15 minimum. $15, $20 with tip. You know what I'm saying? $15, $20 with tip. That investment, once you drink that shot or once you drink that drink, it's over. And just because you bought a drink don't guarantee you nothing. It don't guarantee you that you're going to meet a lady. It don't guarantee you that you're going to have a good time. It don't guarantee you that you're going to get home safe. It don't guarantee you that you're going to, dance with a woman. It don't guarantee you that you're not going to get a ticket on the way home. It's an investment with zero potential to have growth or ROI. What I'm talking to you about can grow. This is about growing. And it's minimal. You know what I'm saying? Minimal. Y'all gotta open up, man. Y'all gotta pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You spend $25, you spend $50 on bullshit. $50, like if you think about it, $50, invest for 30 days, right? That's $1.60 a day. $1.60 a day. You could be the brokest person in the world. You telling me you can't afford $1.60 a day? That's crazy. I'm sorry. Homeless people on the street make more than $1.60 a day. Just begging. $1.60 per day. When you look at it like that, it's like, what are y'all waiting for? You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all feel me, man. I hope y'all hearing me. I hope so. Because at the end of this, you're going to have nobody to blame but yourselves. Every other thing that you want to do requires substantial investment. For example, will there ever be an opportunity where you can invest $50 or $50 and make thousands? Will there be a stock where you could do that, or a crypto coin? Maybe 1 in a million. Maybe. But this is something you invest that, and the potential to make that hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars is very, 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 very achievable. Very achievable. Very doable. There's no other thing in the world where you can invest a minimal amount of money like that, $25, $50, $100, and it can have exponential growth. It's not for people like us, man. My boy said the win streak continues, family. Salute to my boy. Salutes, and have a day of love, brother. Took my Pirates cash out. I'm going to have a. You see what I'm saying? Salute to you, man. Congratulations. That's all. Like that's it, man. It's about taking that breeze, taking that positive money. Right now, it's not even 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this gentleman right here already have a positive day. Already got plus money situation. Already made money for the day, while he's probably at work making money, or he's probably whatever he's doing, running errands or getting other stuff done. But you're making money while you're doing that. This is one of those situations where you can make money while you're doing other things. Okay, we call it the double bang. You see it right here. I ain't tell this guy to do it. I ain't tell him to say this. He said this. This is the genuine. The win streak continue. We on a crazy win streak right now. The win streak is just going OD OD OD. We pushing it. We putting the pedal to the metal, and we supporting what we do, what we doing, what we believe in. That's it. Congrats, yeah, congrats, man. Salute to you. I appreciate the belief and the support and the investment, man. You believed in yourself and you believed in me, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's hard because a lot of these people I don't know you personally. I haven't never met you one on one, and you might have heard of me through somebody else, or you might have heard of me through Zach, or you might have heard of me from changing somebody else's life positively, financially, or going viral or some other shit. But a lot of people haven't met me personally, so it's tough to invest in. But you listen, all your investments, you don't know the people personally. You don't know the companies personally. You don't know the stocks personally. You don't know the cryptos personally. You don't know even the platforms you invest in personally. Coinbase, Robinhood, whatever it is. You don't know them personally. But for some reason, when it comes to investing in something like this, or some like our culture or cultures overall, they're hesitant to do it because it's not supported by mainstream, you know, corporate America or whatever. They don't care about you. They want you to be stuck. You know what I mean? They want y'all to be in that rat race. That fucking, that wheel. They don't want y'all to come up. They don't want y'all to come up at all. And that's what I've been preaching for 7 years. It's like, wake up, people. Wake up. You know what I'm saying? Right here, you have a person. I'm gonna show y'all so y'all know I'm not capping. I'm gonna show y'all so y'all know I'm not capping. I will be posting in my community, in the post. I'll show y'all exactly what I did while I was here with y'all live streaming. So y'all know there's no cap in my rap. 100% of what I put out, the plays I put out, I back myself. 100%. There's never a game that I give y'all that I don't back myself. It's never happened in my life. And it's never gonna happen. I'm telling y'all. I practice what I preach. You can have confidence in me when it comes to that. Go all over my Instagram, all over my YouTube, you'll see. Tickets posted, receipts posted, successes posted. And listen, I'm not trying to gas y'all or sell y'all a dream. I'm not acting like I never lose. I lose. You know what I'm saying? There'll be times that I'll be losing. But we're gonna come back. We always gonna come back. And the journey is always gonna be profitable. I've said this 7 years in a row. 7 years in a row, all year after year after year after year after year. Over the year, plus money, units return, ROI, it's guaranteed. 7 years in a row. That's it. So you got to be there for the journey, man. It's an investment over time. You know what I'm saying? When you buy a stock, unless you taking like unless you shorten a stock for like a minimum amount of time, or you have or you buying like a limited future or something like that. All investments is over time. You don't buy a stock for a week unless you're doing like a short, or unless you betting on the price to go up within a time span. All investments take time. And that's the same way we play it. We preach responsibility. Definitely being responsibly aggressive when the situation calls for it. But that's why it's about being in tune. You know what I'm saying? Investing in consultations, speaking to me one on one. I do stuff all the time. Like when I go to these sports book casinos, like when I'm in Atlantic City or Vegas or anything, people is always available to come meet me out there. When I do these trips, I'm hoping I see people out there like that support me and that are part of my community, so we could tap in, so we could really I could show y'all really how to attack the books in person, and we can have that one-on-one time. I don't like just staying behind the computer. I'll be out here shaking and moving, shaking and moving, y'all. You know, I'm not like one of them people that just stay in the crib. Nah, I'll be out here moving. Sports books, casinos, you know what I'm saying? Overseas. I done met a couple of people when I was out in New Jersey and Atlantic City, members from my community. They don't see me out there. I done met them, had dinner with them, and all that. The shit was awesome. And it's about life stuff too. Like not just going there and just being a crazy, irresponsible gambler. About having a one-on-one time too. Speaking about life, you know what I mean? Talking about real, genuine shit, having a connection. You know, talking about stuff that's important. Because you never know what somebody might be going through. Everybody's struggle as an individual is different. I might be going through something right now. You might be going through something completely different. And it's about connecting with a conversation, and you know, finding a medium where we could see each other, you know, have a balance. That way I can understand your situation, you understand where I'm coming from. I'm telling you, it's all about the perspective, man, the mindset. Some people ain't willing to do that though. They're not willing to go to action mile. If you in the East Coast, like let's just say Boston, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, Maryland, if you're on that side right there, and you support me or you're a member of my community and we never met up, like I done been in Philly live, you know, the casino in Philadelphia. I done been to Maryland live. I done been to New Jersey. Um, I done been what's other shit? Pennsylvania, the Parks Casino on Pennsylvania Sportsbook and all that. So I done been there, you know. You should be trying to tap in. Oh, what? Oh, yo, I know Woodhaven, bro. I used to be all over there. Yeah, I used to be all over Woodhaven, boy. Over there at Cross Bay. Yeah, I used to be all over Woodhaven. I used to play in underground poker games out there in Queens. I used to be all over Queens, man. Honestly, 100%. That's cool. Salute to you, brother. He said I was in Woodhaven, but I moved out to Arizona for cheaper rent. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. It makes sense. Make dollars. 100%. If it makes sense, it make dollars, man. Queens Center Mall, yeah. 100%. I done been there too. Definitely, Brody. Yeah, now we. I mean, hopefully we could. You know what I'm saying? I done did the big meetup in New York. This was a couple years ago with Zach. We done did the meetup for the 9/11 shit in New York. Where we came together. I think it was like 100 people, maybe like 100 over a little bit over 100 people that came out there for that. They met us in Manhattan for 9/11 for the protests, and we done did we did the dinner that night. You know what I'm saying? We did the collaborative decodes who was protesting, you know, the 9/11 event and all that. And I done met mad people from the community, you know what I'm saying, that tapped in and all that. Yeah, he said, yeah, I did underground poker in Bayside. Yeah, Astoria, facts. Bayside, Astoria. Yep. Yeah, that was back in the day. I used to do all that. I was all over New York with that. Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens. The only place I ain't really touched with the pogo was the Bronx. I wasn't going to the Bronx, but that's just too far. It's not because any other reason, but the Bronx is just deep. But yeah, mad underground games, bro. Poker is like one of my things too. I love poker. I've been playing poker since I was 16 years old. So just you know, another thinking game, another mathematical game. Test the IQ, test the psyche, and all that. So I just love those thinking games. All right, let's go back to the games real quick. Okay, let's go to the top. We got the Guardians still trailing the Tigers, but they got a man on threatening right now. On the top of the 8th, no outs. Pirates right now up 5-0, top of the 8th. Top of the 6th, the Reds are threatening again, first and second, winning 8-5 against the White Sox, and the Mariners are still up 1-0 versus the New York Yankees. So still have the 3 underdogs winning right now: Seattle, Cincinnati, and Detroit. You know what I mean? Was Detroit an underdog? Detroit was Detroit was a slight underdog. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. And now we just got this other game going underway: the Boston Red Sox versus Toronto Blue Jays. Anybody got any opinion on the Boston Red Sox versus the Toronto Blue Jays? Let me know what y'all think about that game, since it's the new drone. And please, if y'all in here, you tell y'all something. All right. Hold on. If you're in here, please click the like, the share, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed. I'm also streaming on Twitch right now on Mr.Futures. Can I drop that? Let me drop that link too. Hold on. Let me drop this link. I don't know why they not letting me drop this link, but I'm gonna drop it anyway. Give me 1 second. Y'all go on over to the Twitch real quick. Y'all don't got Twitch? Go on over there and follow me on Twitch, man. Follow me on Twitch. We trying to get the numbers up over there. It's been a while since I streamed over there, like years, but we trying to get the Twitch popping now too, because YouTube is doing all they can to kind of like put my channel to sleep and stuff like that. But anyway, get on over there, follow. It's absolutely free to follow. Get the follows up and all that. We're gonna be streaming on Twitch. But flipping the script sports right now on Patreon, man. Get on over there, pledge up, so you can be part of what we're doing. As I said, 2 days right now from now, August 15th, UFC 330, Makachev versus Ian Machado, Gary. 2 championship matches going on and 12 matches overall for the UFC. We've been killing the UFC. UFC's been printing cash. So we're excited about that. I might even live stream the UFC event if we getting the vibes and we getting the energy and people are supporting. I might just do the UFC stream. Honestly, I'm gonna try to see. I'm trying to find a way out there. I would love to stream that shit, but damn, they be shutting people channels down. That should be whack, bro. They don't want me to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, get on over there. Twitch, follow up, Patreon, pledge up, and hit them likes. We get them thumbs up and shit. Cause YouTube trying to kill me, man. Yeah, UFC. I love the UFC, man. I love the UFC. I'm telling y'all, the underdogs there, it'd be real legit. Like you could really smack a plus 400 underdog because it's one punch. All you got to do is connect on one punch, and the guy's going to sleep. It's unlike anything else. That shit is legit. It's legit, man. It's like any other sport when it comes to underdogs. I'm telling y'all, because it's fighting. It's fighting. You don't block something, somebody hits you with an elbow or some shit like that, bro. It only takes 3 pounds of pressure to put a nigga to sleep. You connect with that jaw, 3 pounds, over. He's going out. So you could really do some work in the UFC. I'm telling y'all. Don't be surprised. I don't know how many other people out here is really cracking the UFC, but we've been killing the UFC, bro. Killing them. So the PFL too. I dabble with the PFL, but like the PFL, I like to when it's like a big event. I don't really like to, unless I see something that I love, but I'm not gonna force it with the PFL. If y'all don't know, the PFL is like the smaller league compared to the UFC. It's up and coming, but it's the same thing, mixed martial arts, but it's just a smaller league. But they have events as well, But like I said, we don't force anything. That's another big rule I got. I'll never ever force a play just for the sake of putting one out. A lot of people just be putting out bullshit because they just, they just want to be able to say like, yo, listen, I put a play out today, and they wash their hands with it. I'll never do that. I never put out a play just for the sake of doing that shit. I put out only plays I think can win. That's it. Or only plays I'm gonna bet myself. All right, just so y'all know. Oh shit, Smack City, boy. Fucking A. I I guess I could go ahead and let y'all know now because we watching it. You know what I'm saying? I give it away. I tell y'all now. That game's over. You know what I mean? Pittsburgh Pirates to beat the Miami Marlins today. That's the play I gave out earlier today. Was posted in my exclusive package on my Flipping the Script Sports page on Patreon. Pirates was slight favorite at like -110. The Pirates today -110. Okay, but I was live streaming with y'all when the game started, so I didn't even have a chance to take it. What I did was I waited to the pitch. The Pirates was plus money. I got them at plus 125. So instead of -115, I took the Pirates at plus 125 while they was, the game started. It was in the second inning, so the score was still 0-0. Pirates plus 125, smacked them while I was here live streaming with y'all. So y'all know, so y'all can't say nothing. And I will be posting the receipts in the community page. Shout out to everybody that support me, show love. If y'all not on the Patreon, y'all would have never got that. But just like my boy No More said, he's already up because he done locked in with me. He seen what the play was earlier. You feel what I'm saying? So he got it and took advantage of it. You know what I mean? So that's why he said this earlier. The win streak continues. That was when there was a 5-0. Now they up 8-0. So I felt comfortable. I'm saying it. The game done. Um, you know what I mean? So congrats to everybody that's showing me love, support me on Patreon. As y'all can see right here, salutes, have another day of love, brother. You already know. Took my Pirates cash out, going to have a good. That was when they was up 5-0. Now they just snacked them 8-0. They winning now. So you if you would have waited like a good what 20 minutes, he would have got even more. But salute to the boy. You know what I mean? He got it. He got out when he wanted to get out. I'm pretty sure he got most. He made most of his money. He didn't leave too much on the table. But yeah, the Pirates. That's the game we attacked. Or that was the game I love early on the slate, and they doing their thing. So shout out to the Pirates plus 125. You know what I'm saying? And y'all might look at that as like, yo, plus 125. That's not that great. But listen, man, plus 125 is Gucci. Plus 125 is awesome. That means you're making 1.25 for every one. You know? There's people who would love them odds every single day. So plus 125, I'd take it all day, every day. Y'all don't understand what that really means, especially when you betting. I mean, depending how much you betting, but even if you bet $1, you win at 125. It's still plus. Plus money is good money. You know what I mean? So, and that was just because I waited 15 minutes. I could have taken them before the game, and it was -115, but I waited. And because of the fact I waited, I got plus odds. So it's a timing thing too. That's why I call this shit the sports stock market. A lot of people don't understand that because their brain don't work the way it should be working. You know what I mean? They're only using 10% of their brain. They should really be using 100%, but it's hard. You got all these distractions and all these, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Shout out to the Pirates. Hopefully they close it out because I feel like a big idiot if I say, yo, the game is done. They up 8-0, and they don't close it out. But right now, I mean, hold on, let me see. I think right now you could even just take your money off. Let me see this. Hold on. Let me double check. I think I get everything even if I take it off right now. 8-0 is crazy. me see. Hold on. Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, they're not even allowing me to cash out right now because it's over. But it's all good though. We gonna wait it out. We're gonna wait it out. But tell me, yo, anybody who's watching here, please remember to click the like, thumbs up in this video, to share, subscribe to my channel. I'm also streaming on Twitch. I put the Twitch in the chat, so y'all can get on over to the Twitch. Follow your boy on Twitch. Get them follows up. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna drop it one more time for everybody watching. Get on over to the Twitch. Show me. Just click the follow, man. It's absolutely free. You know what I mean? And for those of you that don't know, we also giving out the plays on Flipping the Script Sports on Patreon. You know what I mean? I'll put the link in there too. So y'all can get on over there to show some love. Invest in yourself. Copy this. 1 second. So y'all know, man. Real deal Holyfield. Get on over there, show me love. Subscribe, pledge, all the way. We try to take advantage of the situation. We're trying to take advantage of all these games. You know what I mean? All these games. And I am watching one of these games live because, like I said, I'm watching the game live because I got my money on it. You got to watch the money. You know what I mean? But I'm paying attention to y'all at the same time. So y'all know. 1 second. I got to stretch. It's fucking hot. God damn. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, I can't say how I fuck with y'all. I've been on here 2.5 hours. With 0 feet, with 0 like nobody came up. I dropped the the link in the chat for people who want to come up. Let me see. I'll drop it one more time if anybody want to come up. But yeah, 2.5 hours, bro. I've been on here. 2.5 hours, right smack in the middle of the day. Right smack in the middle of the day. So on a Thursday. You feel me? Oh, man. Let's see. Oh man, fucking back. I need a massage, man. My back is killing me. Shit. All right, 6 outs. We just need 6 outs, man. 6 outs, and we locking up the profit for the day. I did like another game I was giving out. Let me see what's going on right now. Let me see if it makes sense right now for the price. All right, we got somebody in the building. Let's see what they gotta say. Yo. Hello. You gotta mute the stream, my brother. No, not your mic. Don't mute the mic. You gotta mute the stream that you're watching. Yo. What's good, brother? Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm there.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, what's goody?
Mute the stream.
You
Can you
Gucci?
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, nah. I was just calling. Just I got an underdog today, but hey, anybody can take it if they want. With that national game, I put it in the chat. Uh, just it's 60 days from uh, Donald Trump birthday, and they paying tribute to Trump being Mr. 86 this year. So I've been eating off of that because the last series was the Washington Nationals versus the Reds, and they paid homage to J.D. Vance versus Trump. So he been trumping uh, everything with them paying tribute to him this year.
Oh,
So it's another tribute to him today with being 60 days from his birthday.
okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's something you've been watching and paying attention to, and it's been fruitful for you.
Yeah. Like I said, it was JD Vance versus, and they swept the Cincinnati Reds last series that they played. And it's kind of playing the Cubs playing into their next series going against the Cardinals. So they regular season and current series is 5-5. So I'm thinking they go in their win streak because they on a 3-game winning streak, which is the Cubs. So they go clear that out for them to go the last three against the Cardinals because these the last 3 games of they series, the Cardinals and the Cubs.
Gosh.
So yeah, so that's a nice little underdog today. You can parlay that with any other futures. It's not much today, but yeah, you can just play it how you want to play it. But yeah, I'm taking that underdog today.
Okay, okay. I mean, I see what you're saying with the significance of Trump and them paying homage to it. The only thing I would be worrying about would just be, that 37.
On a Thursday, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
37 that the Nationals could get, connecting to the Cubs and stuff like that. But I mean, if this is something you've been watching and paying attention to, and they've been really, really synced in these games with paying homage to Trump, I mean, it's a nice plus money situation.
Right. And that's all a part of investing. Some ones you
Exactly,
lose one, some you win.
exactly, brother, exactly. But
Yeah, yeah.
that's awesome that you've been. So have you really just been focusing on the national games, or
No. I've been doing it overall, just seeing what series, and I mean they've been lining up Trump to most of these cities he been in. If you
Mhm.
look at the Milwaukee, how they doing so good right now, it's been lining up. So you just got to pay attention to the details, and some fall through the crack because, like you said, numbers play on both sides. But
Yep,
you just got to follow the trends. Like what are they saying with the numbers? Because you can catch a game where they, like you said, Cincinnati and White Sox, they doing the Pope thing. So you can tell where they came back on them today. So yeah, you just gotta make sure you got your notes together because you can lose one easily.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a fact.
So
No, but you gotta be willing to lose it. You know what I mean?
right. You can't be scared to make no money now.
Can't be scared to make no money, man. Can't be scared. That's just like so. Today, my thing was I was loving the Pirates. The Pirates was a team that I identified today, and I was loving them to get that victory up against the Marlins. With that big significant Marlins number, um,
Right.
and they taking care of business. They up 8-0 right now. So
Right, and it be some of them pitchers matchups that I see, like today, like I said, the National Kevin Guzman, he just
God,
got traded. Oh yeah, whatever he got traded over there like at the trade deadline. So
yep,
they kind of line it up for you because I mean you can use the calculator, but his number is number 9. What's the chances of him to come play the national pitcher the number 9. That's why I said it's a rabbit hole that you can go tremendously down once you see the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Why they wait? Why they let him wait to play the last game of the series? And he just got traded over. But yeah, that's just me.
Listen, man, it sounds very thorough. I appreciate the research, definitely.
Yes, sir.
So, and I'll be watching that game specifically. If it ends up the way you say it's gonna ends up, salute to you, my brother.
No, and that's what. Hey, that's why I call in to just give some notes. Anybody want to take it, they can do their research. Cause yeah, like you can be on the losing end too, but like you said, it's lined up on both sides. So that's why I try to watch both sides. But yeah, I'm gonna continue because I did all my future bets a long time ago. So like I'm just sitting back and watching some of these just play out. And like you said, investing take a long period, not a long period of time, but you just gotta watch it
Yeah,
and just make your moves when you need to take out. Cause like I already got my football picks in because I like that they let you pick who make the playoffs. So
exactly.
that's easy money.
Yeah,
That's really easy. They giving you money right now.
and that's what I've been saying. Like so many people get locked in because they look at, oh, I just want to get the future right with the Super Bowl, but there's so much money that could be made throughout the season.
In between time,
In
yes.
between time, the teams winning their division, the teams
Right.
making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can even take it a step further and do, because now they got the season marks for individual players to go over or under yardage, passes, touchdowns, everything.
Right. And you could just eat off of that one game. They might go over their yardage just one game, and you just sitting looking for your other stuff. So yeah,
Exactly.
man, they done made it up for. If you're not making money, you're not trying to make money. If that makes sense.
No, you're right. That's 100%. You're 100% right.
Yes, sir.
These are all the things I look at too. Every
Yes.
single sport, every single. I love preseason, uh, future investments. You know what I mean? Especially with teams just to make the playoffs. Like that's what I was saying before this. Like in the beginning of the stream, Chicago White Sox right now, they had to be over 10 or 12 to 1 just to make the playoffs, and right now they're right there.
Oh yeah. But hey, if you would have got him at the beginning, just with the Pope, Leo, and stuff like that, he gonna be high on his it, like Chicago Bears. You got them making the playoffs. You got to put something on there just for them to make the playoffs. Not even a division championship. Just make the playoffs because that's what they tied it into. All his Chicago teams.
Yep, 100%. And we see it
And
right now. Both of these Chicago teams in the MLB is kicking ass and taking names right now.
right. If you would just put them to make the playoffs, you got plus money. You
Yeah.
got plus money.
hmm You just sit there
Hey,
with
I gotta go ahead.
no, no, go.
No, what? Hey, just off beat, but I do soccer too. So what do you think with this Messi thing, man? I wrote it out in the chat that he gonna go for his back to back
That's
because
what
he
he's
just
trying to
lost.
do right now. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do.
Right. So that's good plus money right now. They trying to fade him because they think he gonna be distraught over his dad died. But it's a lot of stuff going on with that. But yeah, that's easy money right there with Messi going back to back. I think it's gonna be a Kobe tribute. So that's just me personally. But it
Yeah.
is what it is.
I don't follow MLS too much. So I can't really give too much insight on the MLS situation. But when it comes
Okay.
to Messi specifically, with his father dying, and then like the shaming ritual that came with the World Cup in Argentina this year, I think that makes all the sense in the world.
Right. And they go give him a look. And did you and just I know you don't follow it, but they got Beckham that used to play for England. I
Mhm.
just found out that he a co-owner of Miami. So he took that ritual too with England losing. So it's tied in together like they go win together for the back to back for MLS for Miami. And it goes down deeper because Bam with the 83
Uh-huh.
points and stuff like that. So yeah, if anybody on MLS, they need to watch Messi on going back to back.
And don't forget, Beckham was one of the only people that was ever knighted by the Queen. Like he was. he was like a normal person, but he was knighted by the queen. So his name is actually Sir David Beckham, which is
Wow.
read that.
Okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
So you got to go and you got to go and the person that been
yeah.
knighted on the same kind of organization. Yeah, man. It sounds like it's just scripted where they need to win together.
Definitely, definitely. No, that's something now that you brought it up. I'll actually be paying attention to now. I'm actually gonna look into that because, like I said, MLS is not too big on my radar. But if it's anything that makes sense and makes money, I'm willing to learn about it. So
Yeah. I just throwing it out there because they've been number one favorite. I mean, underdog. They got them underdogs right now because it's so even. Because they going through the season. They championship not been until December, the end of the year. So yeah, they got them plus money. They the first plus money team, but so they don't got no favorites. They just got straight. Because you know how they goes go. You can tie. You
yeah.
can so they just got them plus money to win the whole thing.
Oh shit. Okay. And how
Yeah.
long is
Plus, I think.
how long is the
Go ahead.
yeah, how many matches do the MLS play in the regular season? Like how many
Ah
games?
man, I could tell you that because I just once I saw the situation with the cup when they was playing against made it to the finals because I just took them to make it to the finals and that made money for me. I knew Spain was gonna win it, but I tried to tie it into the MLS because he didn't come straight back. He took a couple of days off, so I just was doing the gematria numbers and why he take off. Cause I mean they gonna say he rests, but they need to line it up with other things. So and now they put it's like they do a short series before they go to the main games again because they
Yeah,
just made they just lost they got put out of the I think round series just the other day, and that's his first loss in a long time. Get in the groups he lost,
oh
and
yeah,
now they got to wait to the
lost to
yeah you yeah they lost. He went out the first round. They when he came back after his dad died, so they trying to set him up to just be a straight beast when he come back and play for the whole thing. So that's how I say he getting rest. That's what I look at it.
yeah, you might definitely be onto something with that, my brother.
Yeah, so hey, that's all I wanted to come in and say. Keep doing your thing, man. You helped me a lot. You and Zach, because I got on this knowledge right when Patrick Mahomes and that Tom Brady ritual. So I already know what's up now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
what's up,
sir.
brother. I appreciate the support. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you.
No problem. Anytime. And yeah, continue to do the daily streams because I know I'll be off during the day and I need to find something. And like you said, you could be doing your other job and still make money while you handling your business. So this stuff, this knowledge and everything in the community really helps out, man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. As long as I keep getting the positive reinforcement, I'm gonna keep doing it. So appreciate it.
So salute to you, man.
You too. Have a good day.
All right.
All right, cool. Appreciate my brother Lefty for passing by and dropping some knowledge on us. For those of y'all that weren't paying attention or maybe caught it towards that tail end, he spoke about a couple different things. So salute to him because he actually brought some information to the stream, which is awesome. Um, so what he was talking about was not only the game that's going on later today, just for you guys to just it's some information to take in. You don't have to 100% back it or go crazy. He was identifying a possible ritual going on between the Cubs and the Nationals in that game that gets underway in about 40 minutes. Um, he favors the Nationals as a slight underdog. Well, not slight underdog. It's actually good money, plus 135 in a Donald Trump ritual versus the Chicago Cubs, right? Now, there are certain things on both sides. However, just common sense would tell you if you're looking at a game, this is just my perspective. Maybe you guys think different. When you guys are looking at a game and there's things on both sides, meaning you see a reason why the favorite may win, or you see a reason why the underdog may win, um, common sense would tell you, not all the time, but obviously backing the underdog at nice plus money is just a more beneficial thing to do over a long period of time. Not saying it's going to be correct for every individual situation, but that's just something to pay attention to. He did give us some information on that game, so just for you guys to take into consideration when you're making these plays. Now, just going right back through these games, we see what's going on right now. Top of the ninth, Cleveland is trailing in this game. Cleveland was an underdog. It looks like they ended up losing that game. Detroit won as an underdog 3-0. Game is final. Lock it in. We have our Pittsburgh Pirates dominating right now 13-1 versus the Miami Marlins. 2 outs away now before that game is complete and final. And again, I will be dropping my receipts in the community page so you guys can see I made these bets on stream while we were streaming live. Okay, so that game is 2 outs from being locked up. The Cincinnati Reds today has a slight underdog or winning top of the eighth, 9-5 versus the Chicago White Sox. And the Seattle Mariners are still winning in the top of the seventh today as the underdog versus the home New York Yankees. So 3 out of the 4 games that have played right now, the underdogs are winning. Right, so we a ton of plus money that was going on today. You have the obviously Seattle Mariners plus 130, Cincinnati Reds plus 115. And again, the Pittsburgh Pirates were about an even draw before the game started at minus 110 on both sides, minus 115. But because I waited until the second inning, I actually took advantage of a plus 125 line. So, and also Cleveland was a slight favorite, and they lost today to the home underdogs, Detroit Tigers, plus 105. So these games, although you might have been sitting here and contemplating being on the fence, whether I should join, whether I should support, whether I should pledge, 3 out of 4 games, the underdog is looking like they're in control to win the game. So a lot of plus money there, a bunch of plus money. And again, it sucks to be on the sidelines when you see underdogs winning and plus money coming back, because if you understand the game of sports betting, of handicapping, you realize how important plus money is. Okay, plus money is awesome, and especially when you pair plus money with other plus money, meaning a parlay. So if you would have parlayed today the Cincinnati Reds, game's still not over, but let's just say theoretically they close it out. You got the Cincinnati Reds plus money, um, Detroit Tigers plus money. Those 2 games alone would have brought you over 2.25. Just those 2 games. Meaning, if you bet 100, you would have won over 220 on top of your 100 for 2 games. Okay, so it pays to pay attention and it pays to invest. You have to be willing to put yourself on the line. You have to be willing to invest your time, money, and energy into learning and supporting something that you think could be beneficial for yourself. But the first step is taking a shot. You know, salute to everybody that been supporting me, that been showing me mad love, taking shots, investing in the work, investing in the knowledge. Because you guys are the minority. There's a lot of people right now that are even watching this. They've been watching me for years, 2, 3, 4 years, and still have yet to pull the trigger on an investment that makes all the sense in the world. You know? And look at this game. Like I said, the Pittsburgh game is gonna be over. It's over. We won. Pittsburgh, they won. 13-1. And again, having a game where you don't gotta sweat it at all. Again, the first couple of innings, yeah, it might have been a sweat. It was 0-0 for I think 2 innings or some shit like that. I think they didn't score for first 4 innings. First 4 innings, it was 0-0. Maybe you sweated out the first 4 innings. Once they scored, they never looked back. 13-1, Pittsburgh Pirates, minus 110, plus 125 in some instances, did what they needed to do, took control of the game, and never looked back. Salute to the Pittsburgh Pirates. ESPN is the home. Super, super excited about that. And we got the receipts to prove it. Salute to everybody in my community that backed them as well. They just locked up money for the day, plus money while they're at work, working. They made their money work for itself and brought back more bacon to the crib. Am I on anything else today? Let's see. Of course, I'm on something else today, right? Right now, as we speak. Yes, I am on some other stuff for today. I'm not sure if I will be posting another play for today because, again, what I don't like to push it And what I mean by pushing is like we're already winning for the day. We already brought the ROI for the day. So now if I push another play out, right, I will be taking the risk of either drawing even or potentially having an L day. Don't want to do that. But yeah, the Pirates was something I really, really believed in wholeheartedly. I backed them. I gave it out, and tomorrow's another day. So if you really, 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 really want to, want another recommendation for the day, I guess you could reach out to me on Instagram. I could DM you, but I would just say lock up the profit and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day, and also the UFC is on Saturday. UFC 330, Machado versus Islam Makachev. Uh, it's going to be an awesome event. Starts 5:30 Eastern on Saturday, going all the way to midnight. So you're looking at 6.5 hours of UFC fights with the potential to win money. Is going to be awesome. Um, so there's a lot of sports ahead of us, and more than likely, I'm not going to force it. Uh, he said, I don't got an Insta. My wife would bury me. I feel you. I feel you on that. Let me see. What do I have? I have the other number. Okay. Yeah. All right. So since that's the case, um, yeah, I'll just recommend we don't push it. Let's just enjoy the win, and we'll come back tomorrow stronger than ever. If not tomorrow, obviously the UFC is on deck, and we will be attacking the UFC. So it's going to be an awesome weekend. Obviously, Saturday and Sunday, one of the most important days of the week. Saturday we will be attacking, and Sunday as well. Um, as long as there isn't any insaneness going on, meaning Sunday just happens to come and I don't like anything on the slate. My recommendations are always slate dependent, meaning obviously I don't make the schedules of these games. I don't make the matchups. So the slate does determine whether or not I will be attacking a game or multiple games. Um, and that's just how it's always been. So yeah, but Saturday definitely we're in there, and hopefully Sunday as well, 100%. So boom, Pittsburgh Pirates locked it up. Took that game to the bank. Awesome. Hold on, let me see 1 second. Let me just lock. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me just see. Boom. Okay, 1 second. Boom. It is. And bets. So this would be okay. So we're gonna screenshot this. Okay, we'll screenshot this one so you guys can see it. And I'll show it so you guys can see, but then also I'll show you guys this as well. So this would be let me see this. I just scribble out. Just so you guys could understand how confident and how much I enjoyed this recommendation, I will be showing this to you guys. So there's never any cap in my rap. Obviously, you heard the gentleman come up. He said he'd been following me for a while, been following me and Zach, so he understands the contributions we made individually to the scene as well as collectively. I always give Zach all the credit in the world. He's been an awesome teacher, and he's always done right by the community. Even you know nobody's perfect, but always gives Zach his credit as well. Okay, so we're gonna do this right now, guys. If you all go to my community tab in my on my YouTube, you guys. Well, matter of fact, you don't even have to go because I'm gonna show you. 1 second. So this was just what I post. Okay, this is good. Okay, the other games, I don't even know if I can post it. Hold on. You're trying to tell me the file is too large. Give me 1 second. Okay. Damn, hold on. 1 second. Get this out of here. Okay. 1 second, guys. And I will show you. Dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. Okay. So if I'm gonna post it right now and then I will share it with you guys so you guys can see it. Give me this. Okay. Okay. Boom. Okay. So if you go on over, I'll show you right now. Congrats to all my members. Mm-hmm. Okay. View. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna show you right now so you guys don't think I'm lying. Let's go to my channel, community. 1 second. Okay. Let me see if I can show you guys on stream. Give me 1 second. Share screen. Okay. So if you guys, so this is my channel right here. So if you scroll down, you go to posts, right? You can see I just posted right now. So this was while we were obviously I wanted to show one so you guys know. This was one that I did at this was at 205. So at this point the Pirates were minus 115. And obviously, I decided to show you guys the amount because I didn't want you guys to think I was betting 50 cents or a dollar. But I'm only going to show you one. And if you slide further, you'll see I had multiple bets on the Pirates right here. There's another one, there's one more, and there's also another one below that. So I couldn't show you because the file is too big, but these are multiple bets on the same. So this is at that one was at 205. This was at 202. This was at the plus 125. You'll see 202 August 13th, 2026. Pittsburgh Pirates won. Pittsburgh Pirates won. And there's more. There's more multiple action on this game. Just so you guys would know that it's no chuck. This is all facts, no cap in my rap. So you guys can see the receipts right over there. Get on over there, click the thumbs up. Let's get some likes and comments on that as well. I appreciate everybody during this stream. Thank you very much. It was awesome. I had a great time. We got to watch some games. We got to take advantage of this, of this MLB scripted bullshit league. And that's all I wanted. I always wanted my community to take advantage of the system and a company and the companies and franchises and sports leagues that have been taking advantage of us for so long. That's why I named my channel, my platform on Patreon, Flipping the Script, because obviously the script for them is they want us to lose and continue to suffer and be in depression and losing money and being financially unstable. So I wanted to flip that script on them and punish them. Okay, take money out of their pockets, take money out of the system that's going to benefit us in our financial situation and our family's financial situation, as well as our mental. Because we all know when you have more money, you're more comfortable, you're much less prone to being depressed and negative and aggressive. And these are all the things that I think benefit you in having a sustainable and healthy life. So that's always what I preached. Um, Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please remember, click like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and get on over to Flipping the Script Sports on Patreon if you're not already a member. Pledge up. It is rather inexpensive to support myself and support the work. And I urge you to take advantage of it now. Get in while it's hot. Get in or take advantage of everything we got going on. So thank you guys very much. Appreciate you guys. Salute, and I will see you guys next. Don't please remember once this video goes live, post or whatever, come back leave a comment just to let the people know that it's not all trolls or whatever. Leave some positive feedback, observations, or what you want to see in the next stream, or what you would like me to stream about. All feedback is appreciated. Thank you very much. And as we love to say on my channel, Gematria at its finest. It's easy as one, two, three. Peace and love as always. And I will see you real soon. Take care.